Hey guys, it's your boy Boon sucks. I just made a recent discovery here about F2st. Now I like to get into a discussion. This ain't gonna be like a burn or trolling or anything like that. But me and F2st are kind of like on similar backgrounds here, and I just now made a recent discovery that F2st here has two different channels. One's called Fisticuffs, and the other one's just called F2st 2. Or F2st 2. Anyways, he goes on. I went through his second channel. He's got like more channels on this one called Fisticuffs, like 1,484 different videos on this one. He's got a much broader audience than he does on the other, and I like F2st and all. He's a great guy, and he really does bring it down to the level. But when he says he comes on here and says that Mortal Kombat is a masterpiece, like one of the three games here he mentions. I'll just show you real quick.
This live, bringing it to you like I do, and if you don't know already, if you were gonna buy any of the three games that came out today, Portal 2, Mortal Kombat, or SOCOM 4, I would suggest you buy the masterpiece. The masterpiece. I mean, there's a lot of people that have gotten the game.
Okay, he's talking about Mortal Kombat. If he was to have to choose between those three and stuff, and I didn't know this about I didn't know he had a second channel about this, and I found this kind of a little bit shocking because normally, he's an old school MK fan like myself, but we kind of run into a little bit of a snag here in our deal. Now, a few years back, he was, he hated the concept of the DC universe, but you see, the way I see it, and I hope he doesn't take this the wrong way, is that, when Mortal Kombat Rebirth or Revised or whatever you want to call it, where you got all the players in and all that stuff, I don't see how you can call it a masterpiece when it's still in a 2D fighting platform. You got the 3D effects and all this stuff, and but still, even with that game, you can't really necessarily consider it to be non-canon, because it's very difficult to detect what's canon and what's not, because because a lot of people were misled by Armageddon, and then they're also misled by Shaolin monks. Well, wait a minute, Jade wasn't killed off, but in here she was, and it's just like, it's very difficult to tell what's canon and what's not. You don't know what, so with that latest one of Mortal Kombat that Ed Boon made, it's just really difficult. It's next to impossible. What the hell is the part of the story and what isn't? Now, F2st here goes on about saying it's really in depth and story and stuff like that, but it's been remade. It had to be redone and remixed so many times because their previous games were so botched up. Where Ed Boon really dropped the ball was Armageddon. That's where it's just like, what the hell, and I was one of the major users on there on Midway forums. That site is closed down. You're not gonna find it. It's just non-existent. And all these little shits on that forum said, oh yeah, Armageddon's the best thing. Blah, blah. It was just, and I met a lot of users on there, on that forum, that flat out fucking hated it, and they just didn't, and they just stopped. They stopped. The first year or so, they were just saying, "God, this is fucking awful. The fucking game sucks." And then if one user say that, he gets attacked by 20 different little trolling users saying, "You don't know what you're talking about," and all this shit. It was just, it became a text war on there. It was just fucking atrocious. And then users like myself on there, just say, fuck it, we're arguing to a bunch of fucking little shits that ain't gonna fucking hear us out. And even if we had a reasonable kind of civil discussion about it, they'll still fucking troll you. So, that's why a lot of those users, they fucking bailed on that. On top of that, they were only hearing them, they were living inside this little fucking bubble on Midway forums in that kind of shit. That's what they were. They were hearing their own. They were hearing the only kind of voice they were hearing was their own. And that's it. So, and by the remake of Mortal Kombat, I hate to say this, but F2st here is just he fell for it. He fell for the trap because guys like myself, myself, Lone Wolf, and Matt Warren, and all these other guys on our own forums, we saw past that because to us it was like they were trying to lead you on with a stick on a carrot, with a carrot on a stick, and F2st here took the bait. That's he was the guy that said, oh yeah, now he won his. We saw past that because we knew the heart of Ed Boon, of what he was doing on there. He was going on about, we saw past it. We knew he was going to bail on this. That's why Midway sold out, and it crashed, and now Ed Boon is jumping onto the DC. You don't see throughout all of his videos, even on his second show here, on a second videos that he made throughout all 1,400. He didn't say not once say anything good about that DC, Ed Boon's latest game of Gods Among Us. You're not going to find one, and we knew that Ed Boon was going to switch right back after that Mortal Kombat Rebirth. We knew he was going to switch right back, and he did. He went right back to DC Comics and all that other shit. We knew he was going to do that. I hate to, I just disagree with F2st here when he goes on about this. Just listen again.
That already writing reviews. I'm going to tell you this. That game is going to do double in sales. Double in sales.
Not on this coming one.
Did I say earlier this year, and I put
I really doubt it.
Up on top of my channel saying, listen, buy your stick now. Buy your stick now.
This kind of acted like a little bit of a surprise to me, He's helping Ed Boon, market some of his products, It really was, why are you doing this, Like I said, you don't hear Ed, you don't hear F2st here talk much about Ed now here lately. You haven't heard much about him recently. I just disagree with F2st on this. To me, I was like, what? And when I first found out about this, just a few, 20 minutes ago, I was like, what the hell? What? I was like, yeah, but it's still a 2D platform, I don't understand why people love this 2D platform. It just makes no sense to me. I love the idea during the times where, I guess you could say it's like he's trying to keep it classic, but there's no reason for it. Not when you remake it. I don't see no reason for it. Nobody was bitching during the time of Shaolin monks. So, why should they bitch about the 3D platform? I don't understand why can't they go to a fighting 3D platform like what they were doing throughout the 2000s. It's just I don't understand it. It's just, I don't get it. It just makes no fucking sense. And I feel F2st here has just been led around by, a carrot on a stick, I just don't understand that, I hope, I'm not trying to piss them off or, you know, get on wrong terms. I mean, you know, it's just that I wish I could go in a little bit more in depth about this, because I mean, there's a few others. I mean, when he goes on about this, let me get into the real meat of it.
I've never seen a game. I've never seen a fighting game offered this much. It's amazing. It's completely in touch with the Western way of thinking. This is not just like, hey, a Japanese game where, you know, they make a good fighting game and that's it. No, this is a Western game where they have the single player is amazing. It's like this.
Okay, here's where I like to get in to the meat. I'm solely based single player. You know, I'm the kind of guy that cares like the story, the plot, the depth, and you know, and I'm also a fighting game. You know, I don't much care for, you know, Black Ops, Call of Duties, and you know, and all this other stuff. I'm not, you know, I'm not a shooter guy. I just don't much care for it. You know, I mean, it's just like, I mean, you play one, you played them all. I mean, to me, it's like, you know, it's just almost redundant. They got, you know, I can't tell you the difference between Killzone or, you know, Covert Ops or whatever the hell you call it. I mean, how many of those shooting games are there now? Shit, you know, I mean, I lost count like years ago. I mean, there were so damn many of them, you know, so, I mean, fuck, you know, it's just like, goddamn, it's like, yeah, you throw grenades, shoot people, run in a circle in a map. I don't, you know, I mean, how's that any different than if you was to play a 2-player game on Atari, you know, and you're running around a small map. The only difference is the graphics, and I mean, shit, but the concept and the story there's no story, and the concept, it's plain to me. It's just, you know, so that's how I see most multiplayer shooting maps. I mean, those maps that you just run in an enclosed space, shooting your enemy over and over and over again. That's it, you know, until you reach, time runs out or you reach a hit number or something. But for me, it's fighting, story, plot, depth. Combine all those and you got yourself one hell of a game. I mean, you know, games like, you know, Double Dragon that's just now coming out. I mean, that just now came out. And games like that, you know, that's my field, you know. I'm more into depth of the fighting systems and stuff. Because why? Because it's a hell of a lot more complex. It's a lot more. I mean, they have to have you know, motion choreographers and stuff. I mean, they have motion caption, you know. A lot of these games, I mean, shit, you don't need to do a backflip in order to shoot a gun, you know. You just point and click. I mean, you know, I was like, okay, you know. But I mean, seriously, you know, I mean, like I said, the effects are great and all, but shit, you know, I'm into the fighting, I'm into the strategy and all this stuff. Strategy, because the reason why is because it challenges the player. That's why. And you know, that's my field, you know. And F2st is more like, he's more into the shooting and maps and multiplayers and all that. You know, that's more of his field, because over 90% of all of his clips that he's posted, that he's uploaded, are mostly based on that, you know.
The player is interactive with you can play in it. I don't understand this. It's not like that. It's like you can enjoy the fighting game. If you enjoy fighting one-on-one, it's even more enjoyable playing than single player. Like I said, I'm speechless.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I mean, F2st, maybe you can get a hold of me or something, contact me or something, or even if you want to make a video reply, fine, you know. But I mean, and later in this one of these clips here, you say you're trying to compare one of your shooting games with a fighting game. There's no comparisons. It's not apples and oranges that you're comparing. You know, it's like, you know, I mean, fruits and vegetables. They have no relationship between the two, okay? It's, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to be insulting or anything. It's just that, I mean, you and I are looking at the same page, but we see two different things here. Now, I mean, it's just, I mean, you know, you feel much about as that DC game as I do, and where the course, we're worried about, like, I mean, talk to Matt Warren, maybe get a hold of him. He'll give you a more in-depth perception of, like, why we feel like why we feel hold this grudge on Ed Boon, and why the course of the future of Mortal Kombat. We care more about the future, the story of Mortal Kombat. We don't want to see it just like, oh, go back to the old days and stuff. No, it's not that. We care about the story. We care about the plot. We want to see Mortal Kombat succeed, but you can't do that if you completely bail on Mortal Kombat altogether and saying, I mean, just watch some of my recent video clips. They'll help you explain more. But yeah, I mean, I just want to, I don't know why you think that Ed Boon is this great guy again. I mean, he redeemed himself or something, you know. I mean, there are lovable characters that we all loved, like Kenshi and all them. They're great, you know, and stuff. But it's just, it's not, he has to redo everything, and then, or he just makes off branches of it. You know, you see what I'm saying here? I mean, that's what we're trying to get the message across. It's not so much that we're trying to, I mean, we don't want to see the end of Mortal Kombat, okay? That, we just like our stories, how it was developed. It was well planned out, well written, well constructed, everything. It had from start to finish. I mean, we love plots, but if you keep remixing the same old boss and the same old story and the same old blah, 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 it just gets kind of redundant to the point, So, like I said, Ed, I mean, like I said, F2st, I mean, if you want to make a reply to this, fine, go ahead, but I don't know, it's just, I don't know, it's just something different. We don't see the same thing here. I mean, it just doesn't feel right. We want to see the story go forward, not going backward and then replaying it again. It's, there's no sense in playing the same song over and over again. Eventually you're going to get sick of it. So that, I mean, that's why we have a feeling that Ed Boon is going to bail on Mortal Kombat altogether. I mean, we're seeing it in front of our own eyes, and he's not even trying to hide it. So, I mean, I don't know why you think that, Ed's such a great guy and all, but I mean, like I said, I'm not attacking you or anything. It's just that you and I, this is where we kind of like branch off or something, So, I mean, if you, I mean, if you want to see the rest of, he's made like 3 or 4 videos about Mortal Kombat and stuff, Rebirth. It's called, right here, Fisticuffs. I think that's how you pronounce it, but, like I said, it's just, we just, I mean, for a while there, we were actually on the same page and stuff. Ever since after Armageddon, it just went, so, but, yeah, I mean, F2st, if you want to go ahead and reply, make a video response, I mean, feel free, but, I love to talk and debate with you on this, and, I mean, see where we can actually share some resemblances, and then share our, how we feel about it, and then, and point out what are our similarities and what are our differences. So, I mean, I love to hear your response back on this, and just, yeah, that's it, so. Alright, guys, once again, this is Ed Boon Sucks, over and out.